Welcome to another episode of Hello World. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely, lovely day? It's been raining off and on, but for the most part, I'm enjoying it being beautiful because that's what life is. Life is beautiful, but you have to take notice of that. I'm over here fixing my head. Um, so guys, hey, Eat Sleep Amazon, how are you? Oh gosh, I'm lagging. I don't understand why I'm lagging so much all the time. So I like to give it a minute or two until it settles down, and then I can be able to move actually with the flow of um, the stream. Oh, see, it's back to normal now. So, hey girl, how are you doing? How was your day? I hope it was good. I keep looking, I'm trying to look in the camera, but you know how it is. Wow, 1111, 111. Hey, my grapevines for you. How are you? Welcome back. How was your day? I hope it was amazing. You guys know I like to start off with saying thank you for joining me. And if you can, make sure you like, subscribe, share, turn on your lovely notification bell so you know when I'm on. And also, if you can, just give me some thumbs up. It gives the channel a little boost. And we all know we could use a little boost in our channels. Yes, I see both of you were really active in chats today. So that's really dope. How's the weather? Well, you're close by, my grapevines, but Eat Sleep. I don't know where you're from, if the weather is holding up at all. How's that going? And anyway, my day was pretty decent. I can't complain. Um, I don't know, guys. For some reason, I try to go to bed early, but I can't sleep through the whole entire night. Thunder, lightning, yeah, same here. Maybe not the lightning or the thunder so much now, but I think earlier it probably was doing that. But it's been raining heavy on and off, like a nice little summer rain, a tropical weather thing. So yeah, it wasn't such a bad day, but I can't sleep through the night all the way. It's like I wake up at 2, then 3, then 4. So I don't know what I need to do. Hey, the best channel. Welcome to Hello World. Hey guys, I just met the best channel and someone else in Sugar Love's channel, SUGARLOVE, her channel. So please check out everybody's channel, guys. We are all doing the same thing. We're trying to grow our channel, trying to get our content out there so people can be aware of the different things that we do. Hopefully the things that we do all lead to positivity in the long run. But please, guys, make yourselves acquainted with each other. It's definitely a necessity. So thank you, the best channel, for giving me a few moments of your time. How was your day? So for the most part, the day was fine. There were no hiccups, no nothing. And then this evening, I got my hair done. What do you guys think? It's fresh. This is like 2 hours old fresh. And I don't know how I'm going to handle it because she's going to be leaving town next week and won't be back until the end of August. So all of this is going to be a hot mess. And you guys know I'm in the gym a lot. So I don't know. You guys are going to be like, oh, I see when you need to get your hair done for real. And you see how long my hair is, guys? My hair is very long. This is how long my hair is. She blew it out this time. And all of this is still my hair. So my hair is probably down to here. And I cut it very short once before till it was this long. And that was not even a year ago. So, definitely it's grown a lot. I also want to give a shout out to Bricka. This is the chapstick that I wear almost every night. Keeps my lips nice and moist looking. But if you guys ever wanted to check her out, she actually makes her chapsticks herself. And the way I found out about her, we were vending at an event together, and we were next door neighbors. And you know, we were really cool throughout the night, and she just gave me one of her products. She was selling eyelash. She makes designs and sells her own eyelashes. So definitely check them out. Um, Check out Bricka. She's a cool little girl, young lady. She has a storefront and is only like 23 or so, maybe between 23 and 26 years old. And I think that's a beautiful thing, that a young person can open up their own brick and mortar at such a young age. So kudos to her. I have to reach out to see how she's doing. I haven't heard from her since the event. We follow each other on Instagram, but I don't see her post as much. So hopefully her business is still thriving and doing the big good thing. Hey, the humble wife, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. How are you? Thank you for joining me again. Nice to see you. So I hope everybody had a beautiful day. But tonight, we're talking about expectations. Let's go to my book first, because guys, here we go. This is the book that I published back in October of 2018, so it's still fairly new. I am a brand new author. You can find a link to this book and the second book that I published basically in June or last month, as well, in the link below. So the quote that I was looking for, that I remember, I know I did. Oh, and let me tell you guys, I went to Burger King, and this is why the topic came about. I went to Burger King today, and I usually don't go to fast food restaurants that often, but I was like, I had a taste for it. I had the fish. And so the young man at the register, I was giving him my credit card, and he took the credit card. I said, thank you. Nothing. And then he gave me back my credit card. I said, thank you. Nothing. And so I was like, I went back in the car and I was like, well, dang, he didn't say nothing. So then at this point in time, I'm just like, you know what? In order for things to change, you need to really start speaking up, right? So I said, oh, can I speak to your manager? And so I spoke to the manager, and I was like, I really do want to take the survey because of my, to give my experience about how it was. And she's like, why? Was something wrong? I was like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, I'm giving you guys $8. Do you know what you can do with $8 on a diet that I eat? Okay, I can eat for 2 or 3 days off of $8 with the things that I eat. Anyway, so I said, I'm giving you guys my hard-earned money, and I'm trying to be pleasant and trying to, show appreciation, because I know sometimes people don't show appreciation in the service field. And for him just to look dead at his computer and not acknowledge me, that was kind of messed up. And I said, I'm not very happy about that. And I'm definitely going to have to say that in the survey. And so she was like, well, I'm sorry. Maybe he was taking, I was like, no, he wasn't taking order. Because you know how we do when it comes to surveys and stuff like that, we always like to make excuses for the person and say, well, maybe he was taking the order. No, he wasn't taking the order. He was standing right in front of his computer, just staring at it while I said, thank you. And I was looking at him like, thank you. Nothing. So anyway, I finally got the survey. Mind you, the receipt that prints out for the consumer, it's not legible at all. But the receipt they take to the bag is. So I will be taking the survey. I'm not going to say anything bad. The food was good. I just feel like, when it comes to exchanging your time, your money, and everything for some type of result, we need to start holding each other accountable for our actions. Now, I don't think the kid is a bad kid, but I just think that we've become so conditioned to not speaking, not giving direct eye contact, and not even just like acknowledging people, that it's the norm. But it's not the norm for me. When I come in your presence, if I'm talking to you, you best talk back, because then I'll keep on talking and talking until I get a response. Because at that point, I'm like, well, why are you disrespecting me? I'm trying to be nice. So that's the only reason why I want to take the survey, because maybe they need to go through some training on how to deal with customers. Because honestly, guys, a couple years ago when I was rolling through McDonald's, they say, thank you, have a nice day. And I'm like, for real? You guys are teenagers. I'm not expecting that. See, and shame on me for saying that. But that was the expectation. So once they started doing that, you figure that's how everybody is. But this particular drive-through, it wasn't like that. But anyway, this is why the top is about expectations. So for all of us personally, the quote from my book, and mind you, all of these quotes are original. They are 100% all me. I have them copywritten with the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., who has given me certificates proving that these are authentically mine. So it says, your ego is only crushed when your expectations supersede the capacity of another human's capabilities. Now, for this particular situation with the young man at the thing, my expectations did not supersede anything. All I was asking for was him to respond like, oh, thank you. Even if he said it dry, at least acknowledge that somebody's speaking to you. So if you want to read it yourself, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Your ego is only crushed when your expectations supersede the capacity of another human's capabilities. Now you may wonder, what does that mean? For me, it means it's plain and simple for me, but for some, they may not understand. So guess what? I'll just use a hypothetical situation. You go and okay, let's think about relationships, because that seems to be something that people can relate to more, right? So you're in a relationship and you give and give and give and give and give, and you expect your spouse to equally give or be as caring as you. But here's the problem. What if their capacity isn't as much or as endearing as yours for showing love? It doesn't mean that they don't show you love or love you less, but their capacity of showing that type of love where you give unapologetically and relentlessly, you get upset because you expect them to do the same for you, but that's not in their capacity. Maybe their way of showing you love is by just being there, and that could be enough for them. And they may be thinking that they're showering you with everything, because giving you their attention is probably the most important thing that, in their opinion, is most valuable. Because maybe they don't give other people as much attention as they give to you. Maybe they are stressed with time, and giving that hour or 2 hours solely to you may be the equivalent to you showering them with all these accolades and gifts. See, in order for us to start understanding how each and every one of us operate, we need to sit back and let our egos go. Take yourself out of the equation and just look at the person for face value, or individuals for face value. Then maybe your ego won't be crushed, and neither will your expectations of them be higher than what their capacity is. We are always expecting so much. Not to say that we don't deserve to expect, but you have to remember everyone's level of expectations are different. Just because my level of expectation is up here doesn't mean that I should expect the person who may be down here to relate to where I am or where I am. Sometimes you got to humble yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe they are doing the best that they can. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe I'm expecting too little. But it takes time to understand that in order for you to know what someone's capabilities are or their capacity of doing anything, you have to pay attention. You have to learn them. You have to see what they do, how they operate, what brings them to their optimal. So now I say to you guys, think about in your own life or lives. When have you expected something that it superseded another human's capabilities? And you got mad at them and just figured that they were lazy or just didn't care about you or care enough about you. So we have to die to our ego every single day because that ego gets us in trouble all the time. Or how about when we expect other people to read our minds? Not everybody's mind is as brilliant as yours. So you got to help people along the way. You got to tell them in the ways that they understand or how they can communicate what you need and what you want. It's not always about a shouting match. It's not always about having to make your point come across verbally, but you can get your point across emotionally and physically, or just by sitting back and listening, if you just take some time to do so. So how many want to practice not expecting much from people? I want to practice that. You know, when you don't expect so much from people or the level of what you want or expect, then you won't be hurt as much. You won't have as many altercations with personalities. And maybe you'll live life a little bit more free. Got my lime water tonight, guys. It's laced with black seed oil. Yeah. Because the other morning I took some black seed oil and I took a sip of water and yeah, the remnants got around the mouth. When is it that your expectations are not enough? Maybe when people start treating you like trash. And clearly that they're trying to treat you like trash. Not like, the accidental, well, my personality is rough on the edges and that's just how I am, but I'm learning. I'm talking about people who step on your entire life and use you as a doormat. I'm talking about those people. That's when you should expect yourself to pick up and move on. State your purpose and keep it moving. That's when you need to put more expectation on yourself. Man, I don't expect any one of us to be walked all over or trampled on like a piece of trash for other people to have and play with and toy with. And then when they're done, just discard you. I don't expect for any of us to feel that way. Unfortunately, sometimes we do, but we're learning how to tell the difference now so that we won't be hurting later, right? As much. See, like, Hello World is not going to prevent you from hurting ever in life. But Hello World can definitely be a cushion, a tool that'll help you think more differently about situations, help you look at the outside, help you look at the perspective from the outsider looking in your own situation. That's what Hello World is all about. So the next time someone seems to be acting strange, don't expect whatever you were expecting them to be or act, how they were supposed to be, how they're supposed to act. Don't expect that. Just look at them. Are they hurting? Have they had a rough day? Did they eat? How do they treat other people? That is how you can base your expectations. Now, once you know all of that, then you can adjust how you will take or treat that situation. Now, will we always be able to have time to look back and reflect or look back through? No, because sometimes things happen where you get an immediate response within yourself. And sometimes that response isn't that great. But we got to practice somehow, guys, just to limit the amount of bumping of heads. Now, I'm not saying don't expect things from people, but I think we should have a healthy balance. And also, if you do expect things from people and they crush you, think about it this way: did I expect too much for what they could possibly actually give in return? So, therefore, you won't get mad at them because it could have been you putting all that extra pressure on a person that never had that purpose to fulfill. Expectations, guys. Let's put it together with kids and families, right? Parents always expect their kids to be A students and be the best kids they can be, even the best behaved, even the best anything. That's kindergartner. But some kids, as we know, they're just bad. They just go through a bad phase, just bad, bad, bad. Don't get upset with them per se, because maybe growing pains and that chemical, the chemicals that are, creating their actual psyche is malfunctioning somehow. So maybe they can't meet the expectation of being a good boy or a good girl at the moment, but it takes a lot of patience to meet them where they are so that you can boost them up to where you want them to be. Oh, yes. How about teenagers? You expect them to do this, that, and the other. But maybe the capacity that they have that will help make their lives just as operational and functioning and good isn't good enough for you. Die your ego, die to that ego. Accept them for who they are and just help them along the way. If you want them to be better, I feel like if you want people to be better, now I know it's hard because kids and teenagers, they, sometimes know it all, whatever. But again, we're just trying to balance the playing field, right? So if you can get them to effectively find out what it is that makes them their niche, then maybe they won't be as unfulfilled in your opinion or as bad in your opinion. But again, children and having kids are a lifetime gig. You can't return to sender. I know that all of you guys, if you have children, you're great parents. But it doesn't mean that you can't become better parents, a better role model, a better influencer for your own child while they're still in your home. How about at work? We expect our managers and our bosses to read our minds. I need a raise. But yet, when they ask you to justify you need something, You look at them like they're crazy. Don't you see how much work I do? Maybe they do see, but they need to have it written down. So write it down. Whatever you do, write it down. How hard is that? You want somebody to give you more money. I'm not saying that you didn't work for it, but you want somebody to give you more money, but you don't want to give them an outline as to what the quality of your work is. And also, like when you have that written in stone, it's a lot different than when you just speak about it. So, yeah, maybe your boss doesn't communicate well through just verbal, just seeing things written down might help them. So, you can't be upset if they don't communicate with you on that same level, that same playing field, and you can't understand why they can't. Don't expect them. Respect that they have a different playing field from you. As long as you get what you are looking for, or at least have the conversation started towards what you are looking for, then don't expect too much. Do you guys think that my expectations for the kid at the Burger King store was too high? I mean, I feel like I didn't. I'm going to read the quote to you guys one more time. Your ego is only crushed when your expectations supersede the capacity of another human's capabilities. I think by reading that alone, at least for me, it takes the pressure off from wondering why somebody didn't do something the way I thought they should have, wondering what's wrong with them. Like, because you know what? All along, I'm basing responses off of how I would respond. Well, I wouldn't. That has nothing to do with you. You have no rights to anyone else's life, how they respond, how they do. You have no rights to try to prevent them from feeling or thinking. None. But you can influence them to do stuff better or more effectively, but you cannot Hitler nobody. Control your own self. Perfect yourself first before you do anyone else. And guess what? Remember, we already realized there's no such thing as perfection. Hot, right? So since we know there's no such thing as perfection, you might as well throw the towel in and just start meeting people where they are, observing your own life, making that better, and then you can possibly give your advice to someone else. Are we always going to have it together all the time? Absolutely not, because then that means we're perfect. But I think if you are a work in progress and really be that work in progress, every day you'll just get better and better and better. Your personality will become loving, more wanted around, more desired, more desirable. Your ego will be dying, dying, dying. And your expectations of how you feel somebody should do or react will be like this. So when they do react a certain way or do something a certain way, you won't be shocked or surprised because you know what? They're living their best life, right? You know how many times we violate each other's lives by just the expectations alone? You know how many arguments, confusion, and fights come from expectations alone? You think I'm sounding crazy? Insert yourself in expectation and another person that you may have spoken to. Put yourself in them. In that situation, you tell me whether you think your expectation could have caused a better or worse situation between you and another human being. It makes sense, right? A little bit at least. A little sense. I have to keep learning every day not to expect anything from people because you just don't know what the capacity of another human's response factor, character could be. And because a lot of us are still hurting from various situations in life where life has brought our path, it's very hard. It becomes very hard. So I say, put yourself in someone else's shoes for a moment and then look out and see, like, oh, wow, now I think I can empathize with whatever's going on and I see why X, Y, and Z happened. And you can be more patient with others. You can be more loving towards others. You will be the difference if you do all of that. Expectations, guys. How many of you want to throw away that expectation towel? I mean, there's supposed to be some reasonable expectations. Yes, I get it. But the expectations that try to mold someone to act according to how you would respond or what you would do. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Driving. You expect, I know I talked about this before. You expect the other driver to know what you want to do, but yet you do not put your signal on. Why don't you just put the signal on? It's just boom, boom, boom. Just or And then you don't expect people to, once you cut them off, they were not expecting you to get into the lane. They can't read your mind. So what do you expect them to do? How about I get this all the time. How about this? Okay, so you're driving in traffic, but you want to be a mile away from the car in front of you. And you don't expect nobody to get in the lane. Or you don't expect that you could possibly cause a 3 pound or 4 pound pileup because you can't keep up with the pace of traffic. Maybe my expectations were a little high in thinking that they should drive up. Not like you're gonna get to your destination any faster. Hey, hip flipping mama, how are you? Hey, Anna. Hey, key lime kisses. That's what I think of you. You know, key lime kisses. Sorry, guys, I diverted because I looked over here in the chat. You know what key lime kisses? When I think of you, I think of key lime pie. Who else is here? Hey, Sandy Brown. Hey, Giovanna. Hi, Anna. So expect expectations, guys. I think when you stop expecting so much from people, you'll actually relax a little bit more. Maybe you should stop expecting so much from yourself at times Because we can be very hard on ourselves in different areas of our lives. But if you let go and let life flow, then you won't feel the pressure of those expectations that you so desire or think is what your life should be. Hmm. I told when I walked in to get my hair done, I told him, "Oh, can we do the sides like this?" Now in my head, this is just like up to here. And then she's like, "Oh, you want a mohawk?" I was like, in my head, I was like, "No." But I just say, you know what? Just go ahead and do it. Whatever. I just hope it comes out nice. I mean, like she does good hair no matter what. But like, you see, I expected her to think that this was just pull the sides up a little bit, not a mohawk. And so she did a mohawk. And I was like, okay. I could have easily told her, no, 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 that's not what I meant. But I didn't. I just go with the flow. I'm not upset about it because it all turned out okay. My hair fresh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that twist. It's fresh. Bam. It looked nice, so whatever. Only thing is, about 2 weeks from now, y'all gonna be like, oh God, when's she gonna do her hair? Her hair is a hot mess. I guarantee you, you think you won't be saying that, but trust and believe. Look at it now, love it now, because it ain't gonna be like that forever. And then you'll be like, all of this right here is gonna shrivel up to like boom. Because I be at the gym all the time and you know it. So, guys, I challenge you not to expect so much from people so that they don't fall off of the pedestal that you had them on, right? Because nobody tries to go on top of your pedestal like purposely. You put them there. So, learn people, accept them for who they are, and then expect them to act a certain way because of what you've now understood them to be. That's when I think the expectations can start going in because now you have a real valid source of the person's capacity, right? Once we learn each other, life is much better because then you can communicate and understand why people communicate a certain way or do a certain thing because you understand them now. And you're not using the basis of how you are as a person and how your ego perceives things for other people's lives. I get it. I get it. I get it. We always want things. We always want the best for other people. I get it. But if the best for other people is going a different route than you expect, allow them to travel that route and respect their travels on that route so that you don't have your ego crushed for having expectations that were not fit for another person. Hmm. That's a hard pill. I was going to say pillow. That's a hard pill for all of us to swallow because our ego, since childhood, has always been me, 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 me. I want it this way. I want to do it that way. Do it my way. It's better. Even though your way may be better, the person you want it to go the way you would like it to go just doesn't have it. But their way that's better gets them to their destination, but much slower. You have no control of that. Guys, I'm here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. I appreciate you joining me. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells and give me a thumbs up if you can. Hello World is here for us to learn, apply, discuss, so that ultimately our world outside of our beautiful bubble will become better and better by each emotional moment that life gives us, because we live off of emotions, nothing more than that. So if we can keep our emotions in check, then we can understand people and understand that a lot of us are just hurting to the core, and just need somebody just to give a little extra time for them, to meet them so that they can become the best version of themselves. It only works if people are willing to want to be the best version of themselves, right? So, there are times when you don't want to waste your time. If somebody clearly wants to stay where they are, let them stay where they are, because someone else may be able to help them where you could not. It's not giving up, it's just knowing that now is not the time. Maybe it will be down the future, but at this very moment, it's not the time. But you have plenty of other people that you can encourage and motivate. I really appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of your time every day. I really do, because you don't have to. And as always, I hope that I encourage and inspire you to at least not for not think differently. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. If you ever want to get to know me a little bit more, go down into the description below. You can get this book that has the quote that I just wrote. Anyway, you can get this book, which has the quote that I just wrote, in the description down below. The second book is down there too. My website is there as well. Also, all of the different events or docu-series that I've been able to document, they're all down in the description below. Different people that have been a part of Hello World, um, as a special guest, their information is below. Also, some people that I see often, maybe every day, their descriptions are down below, so you can always check out their channels there. Again, I'm here every single night between 7 and 9. The weekends sometimes may be a little sketchy, but I will be here. I actually did not post that gym clip yet. I'm still trying to edit it, but YouTube is acting up with their editing tools. So I may just redo it and then show you guys something else later. But I hope the rest of your evening is more amazing than you could have ever imagined. I hope that you sleep so well that you wake up refreshed. And I hope that I sleep so well and I wake up refreshed. I know you are the difference every single day. You are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you. If anything, as well, you are not a mistake. You never have been and never will be. You may have down times, you may have up times. It doesn't matter, because as long as you get back together, get back in the groove of things, keep running the race, you will be fulfilling your purpose, and you will be reaching those perspectives and those, um, you know which word I'm trying to think of, that you can always, always, always know that your life is limitless, and the possibilities and your potential limitless. So just try your best to get as high as you can in your potential. Write your vision board. Think about your vision board. Read about things that are on your vision board. If it's a goal, a materialistic goal, read about it. Research, because you can be everything that you've ever wanted to be. You can have everything that you've ever wanted to have. It may not always come in the way or in the packaging that you expected, but it will come. You just have to believe. Here and here. And then put in the work, people. So until we meet again tomorrow, I hope again that you enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you for joining me on 132 episodes of Hello World.